Hey, beautiful people. I am here with your 100 Days of Joy, and I want to thank you for joining me. I am back. Um, Let me see here if I could just share this video real quick. Uh, I wonder, can I just share it from here? To share it from stream from here from this platform. Bu- 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 Okay, that's okay. But I want to talk about your Joy Tribe. So, in for your Joy Tribe, what I guess why does a Joy Tribe matter? A Joy Tribe matters because what number one, joy is meant to be shared. Let me see. I would love if this video would like play live right now, but it's not. But joy is meant to be shared. So I want to say having a Joy Tribe is something that helps us um helps us to heal, helps us to laugh, helps us to thrive. When we have community, we truly see how support helps us. Um, Number one. Number two, it helps to prevent burnout because you have a tribe around you. Your joy tribe is the tribe that you laugh with, you joke with, you love with, you pray with, you fast with. Your joy tribe is your family to share with, to discuss with. The joy tribe is the one that's going to slow you down and say, hey, you're doing a little bit too much. Hey, come on, let's pick up the pace. Let's get it together. You need me to do it with you. So having that joy tribe is, I always say it's essential, but it is essential. It is so important. It helps you create to help to prevent burnout. Like I said, they're going to remind you to prioritize some stuff, to take a second and just breathe, and to remember to do the things that fill your soul, right? Also, your joy tribe is a way for you to, not necessarily you specifically, but it is a way for us to align and to know that there is strength in numbers. There is just strength in numbers. When we have, I have a group of ladies that I work out with almost every morning, and I say almost because everybody shows up. And sometimes when we don't, somebody else is like, hey, where you at, sis? Hey, what y'all doing? Hey, let me tell me what your water intake is looking like to make sure that because we're all busy ladies that we're all getting everything that we need to get done throughout the day, but also realizing that sometimes some checks and balances are needed and some assistance and somebody to kind of just give you that nudge sometimes when challenges like that come, when you're like, oh, I just don't want to get out of bed. Somebody like, hey, good morning, everyone. I am here reminding you that you are not alone. Especially, I'm using the example of working out and my fit sisters because, for one, when you are working out and you're working out alone, sometimes it's just easy to just be like, you know what, I ain't getting up. But when you got somebody that's like, hey sis, hey, it's been a couple days now. What are you doing? Or hey sis, hey, we on this program. What you doing? Let's keep up with these days together. So some people might be saying, how do you find your joy tribe? I mean, it has been relatively easy for me to find my joy tribe in those ladies. But sometimes finding a joy tribe is just, quite frankly, it's just not that easy. So um, finding your joy tribe, you can it the one of the important things to remember is that you want to find alignment, not just convenience, not just because somebody lives close, because like even with going back to my fit sisters, they live we live in New Jersey, Virginia, Texas, South Carolina, North Carolina, all across different places, New Orleans. And it's it's not that it has been um made it, the recent years since Zoom has made it easy for us to get together. But I don't think we would have stayed together if we had not had these elements. So I want to say this kind of example reminds me of a lot of the friendships that I possess, but that I think you want to look for when you are trying to find your tribe. So I will say be open to new connections. Be open to those new connections for one. Sometimes people ask, like, how do you find friends when you turn, in your 30s, which is really hard, right? Because, well, 30s and beyond, because you're not in school anymore. You're not seeing people every day anymore. It's not like you're just hanging out at a certain place or a certain uh, just a passing a particular way all the time. Sometimes you just be driving from one place to another or to another. Or many people you working in a remote location and you're not always out there with the people. So remain open to be open to new connections. You want to look for women who honor your peace. There are some people who are like they just you see them and it's like it's like a breath of fresh air when you see them. It's like, oh my gosh, um that you tell them something that's going on, that they are understanding, they are uh they are, yeah, they get it. So seek women who respect your peace, who honor your peace, celebrate your wins. There are women who celebrate your wins, and when you winning and you are able to tell, seek women who celebrate your wins, and then seek women who uplift you. Don't worry about, like, you're gonna run across all the people in this world. And there are going to be some who have caused you to be a little gun shy or a little leery of the fire. But there are lots of women out here, just like you, who want to connect, who want to serve, who want to just embrace peace, who want to honor one another. And if you are one of them, I want you to start commenting. I want you to comment here, and just so we can kind of see how we all move about. Your joy tribe might be in unexpected places. They might be at events. They might be. I was meeting with my business coach today, and she said, "You might need to, because I've relocated to a different part of the country. I might need to be at certain events to find different opportunities, to find a different, not a different tribe, but physical tribe." And I've connected with some ladies here who have been a bit of a tribe to me, but just expanding that network and moving into different directions. But there are also online communities and also some mutual circles. Like, who do your friends know, or what's going on that you might want to be a part of. So there is, I have an opportunity for you if you are a black woman who has some experiences that some things that you might want to express or be a part of, kind of like, just send me a message and say what do you have. It doesn't cost anything, but it's a part of something that will be researched to help us grow and to help us gain more insight as to how black women think, feel, and are experiencing this moment. I just can't put it into words. But I think I just did. Right. I hope that's clear a little bit. But if you message me, I will share more with you. And the other thing I want to say is give what you want to receive, right? Be the kind of friend you desire. If you desire a generous friend, a present friend, present and affirming friend, be that person. I myself have been guilty, right? After sitting through and listening to therapy, listening to different people in therapy all day. If I have a full day, it is very difficult for me if I don't take the time to decompress. It's very difficult for me to focus and to pay attention to um, what's presently being said by others. So I have to take the time to make sure that I'm decompressing so I'm not in that mode when I meet with friends. But if you want a friend who is generous, you want a friend who is present, who is affirming. I have friends, you talk to them and they texting while you talking. Uh, you have I just it's times where I've stopped talking. I just stop talking to people like that. I stop talking just to see kind of how they're listening, and they don't even realize that you haven't finished the story, that you was in the middle of a story, you didn't tell it. So that kind of, you that comes some of that, like I said, I have been the probably I hope I haven't been that bad, but I might have been the person who has done that. But I know that I recognize that for me, if I have a full day of just listening and tuning in, and I do most of my things virtually. So I'm looking at the screen. I'm tuned in. My eyes are tuned in. My ears are tuned in. My senses are tuned in. I'm trying to be in tune with the person that's in front of me, and I'm making sure, like, intuitively, I'm dialed in. I'm also kind of listening and trying to figure out, okay, God, well, what you want me to ask? What should I say? What do I stay away from? So there's a lot of things that go into a day, and if it's a full day of therapy. So I know that sometimes I can be dialed out. However, you want to make sure that the person that whatever you want, you show up and you give that. But also be aware of the deficits that you have that you still want, that you may not be fully able to show up in, but also understanding that, right? That what that means is that there's a place for grace. There's a place for grace. There's something, not everybody has to show up perfectly packaged 100%, because none of us exist that way. And it's a tragedy for us to expect somebody to show up exactly how we want them to show up, right? We do ourselves an injustice by expecting somebody else to be or think or know what we think they should know. But the joy is that there is grace. The joy is allowing yourself to give somebody else grace, will allow you to give yourself grace, self compassion, and it will allow you to receive grace from others. The other part is, now once you've started to assess the kind of tribe you want, you started to engage with the tribe, sticking with your tribe. How do you build on that tribe? How do you continue with that tribe? How do you strengthen the bond? So I tell you, I can say this. One thing you can do is prioritize joy together. Plan brunches, retreats, or virtual check-ins centered on rest and laughter, not just, not the heavy stuff, not hardcore stuff. Sometimes you have a tribe, y'all, you want to discuss some things, but mostly center it around joy so that you can create opportunities to build together and create safe spaces. Be intentional about vulnerability as you are looking for the type of people that you want to be. You are becoming the type of person you are, or either are becoming the person that you kind of being able to give those things that you want to see from other people, being able to be intentional about it, and being vulnerable, getting comfortable with being vulnerable around people that you have learned to develop trust in. You've learned to assess a situation, and that they are safe enough for you to be able to engage and not see people and say, oh, well, they are right, they're fine, they're going to share their stuff, but I'm not going to share mine, because that's not safe either. You become the person that's not safe. Joy can thrive in a situation of friendship and building a bond when both people or all parties involved are able to excuse me, share some of the same things. I should have did that before. But celebrate each other. From big milestones, it doesn't have to be anything huge, but big milestones. If you've been in a play, you've been in a production, you got a promotion, you got married, to small wins. Make it a habit to uplift your tribe. Uplift them, and it shouldn't matter what it is. It can be anything. Something as small as I follow my budget. I followed my budget this week. Ah, we gonna celebrate that. If that has been something that a person in your tribe wants to celebrate. Okay, lastly, the last thing I want to talk about before I leave y'all with a challenge question, is this: the benefits of a strong joy tribe. The benefits of a strong joy tribe: increased emotional well-being. Who can't? Who can't live with that? Knowing that you have people to lean on reduces stress and anxiety. My cousins came to visit me, and they are really my first friends. We get on each other's nerves. We celebrate each other. We laugh with each other, and we get each other's jokes. We also understand, like, okay, but I know for sure 100% that I can count on them. Having a joy tribe does the same thing. Knowing that you have people you can lean on reduces stress and anxiety. A deeper sense of belonging is 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 increased, is intensified when you have a joy tribe. They affirm that you are loved, that you are worthy, that you are valued. You are affirming those things within yourself, not always looking for those things externally, but having those things within yourself, and having a tribe that affirms those very things, those very things you feel within inside yourself. It gives you a deeper sense of belonging. We could talk about belonging. I think we probably need to talk about belonging. I'm going to That's going to be one of our days. And have the courage to take up space. When you have a joy tribe, it gives you the courage to take up space because you got a group of people who are cheering you on, who want to see you show up, who believe in you, who see the light in you. So they want to see you show up. And having that group will allow, I mean, that tribe will allow that to flourish. When you allow people into your life who support your light, you get to shine even brighter. Right. That part. So my question for all of you today is, and this is a challenge, I want you to post this in our group or post this in the comments. But the question is, how has your job, your joy tribe, your tribe, how has your joy tribe supported you in prioritizing your joy? How has your joy tribe supported you in prioritizing your joy? And I want you to share that in the comments. If you are like, I don't have a joy tribe, I've never even heard of a joy tribe, I'm looking for a joy tribe, tell me about some of the things that stood out to you that you want to implement first. But surely some of us have a joy tribe, and some of us have closed ourselves off to it. So if there's something about this resonated with you, and you say, "No, I'm gonna be more open to it," I want to hear that too. All right, that's it. This is a long video, not my intention, but the points needed to be made. So I hope you have an amazing day, and I shall see you tomorrow for 100 Days of Joy. Thank you for showing up. Peace.